Hi guys, in this video you're going to learn how to teach your dog to put their paws up on an object. Like our other videos, we need some yummy treats that our dog loves, we need our clicker or our marker word, and we need our dog. Additionally, we need something for your dog to put their feet on. I have 3 different examples for us to practice with today. I have a book, just probably maybe an inch and a half thick. I have a little stool right here that's probably the highest thing that we have here. And then I also have a shoebox. Some dogs are going to find it easier to learn this trick with something nice and low. Some dogs are going to find this trick easier to learn with something nice and high. Whatever it is, make sure it's stable. Make sure it supports your dog's weight. I know that this shoebox will support Dustin's weight, but if he was 100 pounds, and he knows this behavior, good boy. If he was 100 pounds, it might not. It's really important that your dog not find this experience scary for themselves. So we want this to be fun. They shouldn't be getting on something that collapses or moves. It should be easy. So let's start with our smaller object. This is our book. And we are going to put our book right in front of our dog. And we can do one of 2 things. We can wait for them to get interested in the book and then shape it. Or what I'm going to show you guys how to do today is how to lure them onto the book. I'm going to hold the treat right in front of their nose, bring him forward. Okay, come on. 1 foot on, he gets a treat, and then when he puts his 2nd foot on, he gets another treat. So let's do that again. Okay, off, off. When your dog is doing this for the first time, it is very likely that they are not going to get on it that quickly. Dustin knows this behavior. He's been doing it for years. He gets on anything I ask. So a lot of dogs, what they're going to do is you're going to lure them forward, and they're going to step around. If they step around, that's fine. All you're going to do is just keep luring them on. When they do put a foot on, you click and you treat. If you don't have a clicker, you just say yes. Now, as long as your dog stands on this book or this object, whatever you have chosen, you just keep feeding them. This is eventually a duration behavior, which means they stay there for a long periods of time. When we're done, we say, okay, and they get off. So there's 3 parts to this behavior. The first one is getting your dog on the object. The second one is keeping your dog on the object. And the third part is letting them know when they're done. Okay. Now let's do the same thing with our medium object. We have our shoebox here. Wait, back up. So just like our book, we're going to keep a treat in front of our nose. And we're going to first click for that 1 paw up. Good. Let me show you guys that again. We're going to click the first time that 1 paw comes up. Oh, and this shoebox is a little bit slippery, so I definitely need to be holding it for my dog who's never done this before. Just like the book, we keep our dog there with continual treats. And then we tell them, okay. And I'm holding this when he jumps off. Sometimes when they get off, it moves. So be very careful that your dog is not finding this scary. Okay. Just like that. That's what you don't want to do. Don't do what I just did. Dustin has done this a million times. I know that that's not going to scare him. A dog who's never done this before, that box moving out from under them could mean that they're not going to want to do it again. So we want to hold it nice and steady as we lure our dog on. So we click for that first step. Then we click again for that 2nd step. Then we give them treats for staying on. Good boy. And then we release them. Okay, with another treat, and we hold our box still the whole time. Now, our 3rd object, I have this little stool. I think it's made for kids. It's smaller than one that I would use to get something out of the cabinets, but for Dustin, it's a good size. Wait. Sit. So, just like our box, just like our book, we're going to lure Dustin on. Good. He gets click for that first step. Then he gets a 2nd click for that 2nd foot. And then he gets treats for staying on. And then, okay. He gets 1 for getting off. Wait. Touch. Wait. Touch. Sit. So, some dogs are going to find it easier and less scary to start with something that's a little bit thinner like this book. Some dogs find it easier to learn this behavior when there's a drastic change and they're stepping right up onto something much taller. I'm showing you with all these different examples because this is a behavior that you can do anywhere and everywhere. You can do it out on your walk, you can do it in the house, you can find rocks at the park for them to jump onto, you can have them do it on benches, on those, I mean, honestly, anything that's kind of up, you can teach your dogs to put their front paws on. You're just going to want to practice around the house at first. Find something that works best for them. If you're trying to book and they haven't gone anywhere near it for 5 minutes, move on to something that's a little higher. Some dogs find it easier to learn with Some dogs find it easier to learn with something No, you need to wait. Some dogs find it easier to learn with something lower. Some dogs find it easier to learn with something higher. Find what works for your dog. Dustin learned this on this stool. He at first was struggling to kind of realize that he was stepping up onto something because this was so thin. But this is very clear to him that he's stepping up. Ready? No, over here. So he's going to put one foot on. I'm going to click. Then he's going to put that second foot on and I'm going to click. Now as long as he stays here, I'm going to continue giving him treats. This trick also makes for some very cute pictures. If you guys like taking pictures of your dogs, this is a great pose. Then I'm going to hold it as I release him and say, okay. And there we go. That's how you teach your dog to put their front feet up on objects. As you can see, it's one of Dustin's favorites. If this stool is out, he's thrilled. Good boy. Good boy.